The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tommy O'Brien, and Darrell Martin.
Welcome, folks. Tommy O'Brien, Darrell Martin, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials up 24. You get the Nasdaq up 19. S&Ps are up 2.5. We have gold down $4. Silver's down 6 cents. We get the notes down one tick. The 30-year bond down 9 ticks. King dollar is up 288. And folks, as you come over to our website at TFNN, you can test drive the Nadex platform, the exchange. You can hit the banner on the top or the side, bring up the exchange to put $25,000 of paper money into your account. You can follow along with us as we growl and prowl out here looking at these different contracts. What's going on, guys?
Good morning. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Happy Memorial Day weekend. That's right.
Gotta love it. Best kind of Friday.
It is the best kind of Friday. And, folks, what does happen, okay, is that, you know, normally on a normal week, okay, you're going to have a lot of action. I just don't see action out here today. I mean, you know, even with yelling, talking, I start thinking about this. It's going to be a non-event, I think. Do you know what I mean? So we'll see where this shakes out. But,
yeah,
you know, people want to get out of here. Do you know what I mean? So it's going to be pretty wild watching this thing shake out. I'm sorry?
So, yeah, everybody's getting out for the big weekend. They got the 3-day weekend going on.
They get the 3-day weekend, and, you know, I mean...
Time to rodeo, man.
Yeah, and well, you know, it's wild. I mean, you're in Dallas, okay, and Dallas has great weather, you know, normally. We're in Florida, of course, it has great weather. But the folks up in the Northeast, this is a big deal, man. They wait for this, do you know what I mean? So, you know, that clears out, that clears the decks pretty much, so... we got a call. Let's go to Kim in Oldsmar. Hey, Kim, what's going on?
Hey, this is Jim in Oldsmar.
Jim, how you doing, man?
Hey, Jim.
Good. Hi.
Hi.
I've been reading your book. I called the other day. I'm the one that was reading your book.
Yes.
I was trying to do an analysis on IBB, the NASDAQ Biotech deal. And I was looking at the volume on the 429 and 512. Is that a significant volume day compared to I know April 6th is, but I was looking at April 29th and May 12th volume. Are they significant or not?
Well, if we start with May 12th, yeah, that is, okay. Now, what that's doing, though, is just so what he's talking about when he says significant, folks, I believe he wants to say, okay, you know, is it wide price spread? Is it conviction? Okay, because that's what we were talking about the other day. So what I do is this, Jim, is that when you have this on the daily first, okay, so we got it on the daily. So the way that this is built a base, first off. So it's built a base. This is the IBB, folks, okay? In the last 6 months, it's gone from $348 down to $240. It's been building a base. So the way I look at this right now is that this is the bottom of the consolidation are the lows, which are $240, and then the highs are the 287. Now, to me, this is going to say, okay, it wants to go back to the 287. The reason being is that you get that big day on the 6th of April, followed through on the 7th. It ended up testing that on the 22nd, and it couldn't handle it, okay? So now it comes all the way back. It goes from 287 down to 248. Now, at 248, it doesn't break a swing point, though, okay? We do 248, you do 2.7 million, which is going into 2.8 million, which is going into 3.5 million. You see those three lows, Jim?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a test. The 2.7 million on the 12th of May is testing the low. The low of that day was 248. That was testing the actual low, which was 240, and the high of that low is 253. You see how that works? So it got down into it, rejected it with lighter volume, rejected price, And as soon as you have that, guess what? Can't bust them down. Now we're going to try to go bust the highs. So this, to me, is like setting up a little ABC up that probably wants to get up into this 289 area, which means that when we come back after the holiday weekend, that would be saying to me that, guess what? What you have is the window dressing aspect is still going to be in play, and these highs are not in yet in the marketplace. Because if the IBB wants to move, that would be saying that the NASDAQ composite is going to get a little juice in it too, which makes sense because the NASDAQ composite is not at its highs yet.
Okay.
Okay, man?
Yeah, I appreciate it. You guys have a great weekend.
You also, man.
You too, Jim.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Thanks so much. So, you know, folks, and if you're on this platform, you know, if you're trading oil, you're trading natural gas, you're trading commodities, you're trading indices, you're trading currencies, all the above. And normally we'd put on some trades out here, but it's not going to happen today. I'd love to tell you different. You know,
yeah, you know, just to mention, so we've talked about it all week, right, with the mentality aspect of things.
Right.
And, you know, there's, of course, the aspect where I think on a day like today, markets can be very irrational because nobody's around, number one.
Right.
So that's the first thing to think about. And we can finish this on the other side of the break.
Stay right there. Tommy, Darrell, myself, we're coming right back, folks. You get the Dow up 26, NASDAQ up 23, S&P's up 2.5. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Tommy O'Brien, Darrell Martin, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. And we're talking about the Nadex platform, folks. If you haven't test drove it yet, come over to our website. Bottom line, bring it up. They'll put $25,000 of paper money into your account. Hello. And we can walk you through how these contracts work. Yeah, Tom, so
what I was saying, right? So this is what I was thinking about this morning. We were talking about it all week. But so, you always look at the risk-reward factor of any trade, right? Yes. So obviously in any trade, there's the risk-reward of dollars and cents, where you're risking dollars to make dollars. Everybody understands that. But on a day like today, what I like to look at, right, is what's the risk versus the reward. Well, the reward, of course, is dollars. But think of it again. So let's say you have a profitable trade, right?
Yes.
Are you going to be happier this weekend that you made a trade and you were profitable?
Okay.
Some people might, you know, you just want to examine that.
Right.
Could that make or break your weekend? It could.
Right.
In my situation right now, though, and in a lot of people's situations, I think, coming off the weekend with a big loss could actually linger and maybe ruin a unique opportunity for a 3-day weekend of rest, relaxation, recharging, family time, all the above. And
so
meanwhile, you're putting that at risk. Where on the other side of that equation, there's really not the reward beyond just the dollars and cents, where it doesn't offset what I would see as more at risk. And I
agree. No,
and again, it's not. I'm kind of exagerating things on both
not
sides.
Really, not really.
A little bit. It wouldn't ruin my weekend. I think I could take it out of the equation.
Well, that's because okay.
But you at least want to consider.
I understand what you're saying, okay, but we're kind of unique in the situation that we're always trading, okay?
Right,
so
if you're unfazed. But, no matter what, maybe it wouldn't. Maybe it would linger, right? Maybe on Saturday night at dinner you'd say, I wish I hadn't made that trade. And even letting that linger is like, man, how is on Saturday night you're thinking about one losing trade, which is basically meaningless over the course of the year, or it should be, right?
Right.
It's just worth considering where if you have 3 days and on the other side of that, how important are those 3 days? Some people can't get 3 days, and so if that's something that it's that unique to you, well, don't put that at risk, right? Or if you're going to put it at risk, make sure it's worth it.
Yeah.
And it's really just, so there's no right or wrong. It's just kind of trying to make people think about what actually is at risk, and
what's
guess what?
important in life. Yeah,
right, exactly.
Because
and it's not just this story-esque, like, oh, take a weekend, it's worth it. It's again, really tying back to hardcore dollars and cents, because guess what? You take a break, you get worth it, you get all recuperated and relaxed, and then you come back and you make more money because you use that time as best you could.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
Pretty good.
So, yeah.
No. And Darrell's going to be going to his rodeo, so he's going to be all jacked up when he comes back. You got to love it. Now, with that said, I'm telling you, man.
You gonna start trading right now?
No. But so last night, folks, I finally figured out about 7 or 8 o'clock last night. I realized that I was already on vacation in my head. And that was a great feeling. I says, okay,
yes,
I know that, I'm done. So in that context, then it was so funny, because I can't wait to see what Yellen actually says. Watch how crazy this gets. So as soon as I said I'm done, in my head, what pops up next was, well, hey, this is going to be a non-event, man, because everyone's going to be on vacation. Because I realized he says, because life is more important than what Yellen's saying. It's like, see you later, man. Go feed someone else all this crap,
Well, yeah, right. And no matter what, it's just we all know how hard we work, and just the same perspective where, it might not be worth it. Let's put it this way. It's okay to give up maybe a profitable opportunity, right? Because we talk about the opportunity cost, to make sure that you're not putting at risk a weekend that maybe some people really need, whether it's their family life, their
totally.
business. So just keep it all in perspective.
Now, as you're keeping that in perspective, folks, we can go over to the Nadex platform.
And start trading.
Yeah, totally. No, watch this. Because I'm telling you, man, Jay in the den, right? What he's saying, folks, is that now this is pretty cool because, so check it out. You don't have to, go large on this, okay? But what does happen is that Yellen is going to come out at 1:15. So at some point, that speech is going to come out, and I wish I knew what time. Well, actually, it's an interview, so it's going to be different.
Yeah.
1:15,
she starts taking questions, I believe.
You could go in at 1 o'clock because there'll be all new spreads that come on at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
The 1 to 3s. And you can take one of those if you're still around.
Yeah. Oh, hey, totally, man.
Let's go to Mike in Dallas. Hey, Mike, what's going on, brother?
How doing today? Hello, Darrell. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. How are you doing?
Doing good. Listen, just a couple of questions. I went long on a Nadex, NASDAQ, spread, the 44.50 to 45.30.
Okay.
I went in long at 44.93.2.
Okay, so you got to be pretty close proximity when you enter there.
Exactly. I closed it, went flat at 45.08.
Okay.
Now, before I did that, I looked at another spread, the 44.70 to 45.10. Okay?
Okay.
I looked at its price at 44.94.7.
Okay.
Okay? Now, I made $161 per contract on the big spread.
Right.
The other spread maxed out at roughly $81, or 45.02.8.
Okay. Good
now,
job. You made money on both.
If you take the two entry prices, subtract one from the other, you're coming up with a difference of $15.
Yep.
I'm just amazed that with a $15 difference, I would make twice as much money.
Well, it has nothing to do with simply the entrance. It's the floor and the ceiling. Okay.
Right.
And the wider spread, the floor and ceiling are further away from the middle of the contract, right?
Yes.
Okay. So about that middle 70% of the spread, like right in the middle of the spread, the simplest way I could do it. I did a webinar on this on Monday. Right in the center is you're traveling what's called a delta of 100, which is for every dollar the underlying moves, or every point the underlying moves, then the binary, or the option, in this case, the spread option moves, 1 point. Okay, if you have a delta at 50 at the floor ceiling, which is what you have, okay, then for every dollar the underlying market moves, like NASDAQ futures, then the spread will move by 50 cents. If you get above the ceiling or below the floor, then it'll move by less than that. The delta will start going 50, 40, 30, 20. So the NASDAQ moves $1 to move, 20 cents type thing. So if you think about it that way, right in the middle you have that 100. At the floor and ceiling you have 50.
Right.
And in between it gets closer to 50. Stay on and we'll talk about this a little more.
Stay right there, Mike.
Okay.
Our phone number, folks, is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. We want to know what's going on in your world. And as you are driving this Memorial Day weekend, folks, be safe. Tommy, Darrell, myself, Mike, we're coming right back, folks.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. EverBank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now, you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We get the Dow up 35, NASDAQ up 19, S&P's up 3.5, and we're going to have a highly light volume day here as this market presses forward. We're talking with our man Mike from Dallas, and Darrell and Mike, we're talking about spreads here. Go ahead, brother.
Okay. Well, Darrell, you explained it to me. That makes sense.
Are you there, Darrell?
So as long as you get closer to it, then it will adjust closer to 50, so it'll go slower, so you'll make more money on a wider spread.
Okay, that makes sense. Yes.
Yeah.
All right,
the wide spreads, Mike, I really like trading that 80-point spread. You know, if you're in right at that 80-point spread, and what I mean by in right, it has to do with that 50% line.
Right.
And the reason is this, is that the reason I like trading it is that that's more like trading the futures. Specifically, well, okay, let me restate this, okay? Because I like trading that one when I see that we're going to have some real, not a huge amount of movement, but I think we got movement, okay? Whether it's 10, 20 points, right? If I think we got real big movement, then I will take a Nadex spread that, and using the 100, that is very close to either the bottom of the box or the top of the box, that can be out of the money. And what the difference is that the risk is pretty dramatic, because if you take one that's out of the money, folks, are close to, let's say that you're buying, here, let me pull this up for a second. So what happens is that if you buy something that's too close and goes out of the money, you lose all your money. So when I'm playing that trade, what I like to do is I'm expecting much more movement. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because what happens is that on the 80-point spread, you can be wrong, but you're not going to lose all your money.
Right.
On if you're trading it, it's not that it's a smaller spread, but if you're trading a spread that you're coming either 2 or 3 points and you will be out of the money, or you are out of the money, then that's much more dangerous. You know what I mean? So I want bigger movements.
I see what you mean. Okay. Well, I did listen to your deal the other night, Darrell, and it was very good. So
awesome, great. Yeah, we went over all the Greeks and how they all apply. So
absolutely.
Good.
Have a great weekend, Mike. Mike, have a safe one.
Thanks, Mike. Take care.
You too. Bye-bye.
Yeah, the difference in these spreads are pretty. They make a huge difference, man. You know, as to.
And that's why we talk about download the demo, and it's not just kind of just talking about it.
Right.
This is something that you want to get used to, the optionality and the premium and how these products move, and that's the best way. It's just to kind of see them interacting with markets.
Yeah, there's no doubt, man. There's no doubt, and there's so many different things to trade out here, folks. It depends, what your time schedule is and what you like to trade. That's what it really comes down to. And there's going to be, we're going to get some big movement, I suspect, at the end of next week.
Well, what's nice is that with rates so in flux, that's affecting currencies, right?
Yes.
It's just affecting commodities, and we know that the market is volatile.
Yeah.
Regardless, so it's across the board.
Big time. And, it's going to be. Yeah. Hey, we got window dressing. The thing that's going to be pretty wild here is that. When I even look at the calendar, it's like, hey, you know what? We're going to be before July 4th before we know it. So I'm even like sitting there saying, is my bear suit not going to come out until after July 4th? That's going to be really weird if that's the case. I'm not. It's that close, man. I mean, I think it's going to be out next week. I got it hanging. But it's very.
Time does fly, right? And July 4th will be here in no time.
Well, it does, because what happens is that when we come back next week. What you're going to have, folks, Wednesday and Thursday is window dressing. That's the 1st and 2nd of June. Before we know it, the week before July 4th, there'll be no action going on. So it's like, okay, what do you got? You get 2 to 2.5 weeks of action, right?
Right.
It's like, okay, it's going to be. We'll see. Right now, I do like how we're setting up right now. Meaning we're coming up to these highs. The volume's contracting. Everything's working like it should be working. The way the S&P is trading right now, I actually want to see it basically get up and over the high, because it's like, don't sit right underneath it. If it sits underneath it for too long, it'll blow by it like butter, man. Do you know what I mean? And the Fed, this is interesting. So the Fed Reserve is meeting here. I'll get you that number, what day they're meeting, FED. So it might be the meetings calendar. Okay. Yeah, the 15th. So they're meeting June 15th, and then after that, it's July 27th. So that's going to continue to. Yeah. So hey, that's gonna be some good action then. June should probably commit to some good action.
Yeah.
So we need a little bit of volatility. Makes it more fun.
Yeah.
Oh, we definitely need it, man. I know.
I've been trading pound yen. I'm getting some on that, and this is like really small volatility on that.
Okay.
So grab like 30 pips, which usually it's like 80.
Right.
So at least to get some trends on the thing.
And so because what will happen is it the 24th or the 23rd that Britain is going to vote on exiting the European Union, right? So that. Coming up to that's going to keep volatility inside that pound, man.
Yeah.
I
didn't even think about that. Yeah, that'll have a lot of volatility too.
Oh, it's going to be a big number, man. We'll see.
Basically, every little headline that comes out is going to be swaying people back and forth, and
It is.
I talked about that on one of our shows. Maybe it was Monday or whatever. I don't know. But I was talking about that, how I like to watch. When I see something happening in the news a lot.
Yes.
It's not that I know that it's like what it's going to do, but it's like I know it's going to move because it's in the news a lot.
Right.
And so I like trading things that are in the news a lot just because they have more volatility.
No, they do. And what happens, folks, which is pretty cool, you don't need the first move. You just need movement. Because you get the first move, guess what? There's going to be more movement after that. There's going to be retraces. There's going to be extensions of those retracements. There's going to be all of the above. So, yeah, it makes a big difference. And what's interesting, too, is that Britain themselves was so smart not to go in the euro. Use the euro.
Yeah, they're like they had one of the strongest currencies anyway going into that thing, and they're like, we're not giving that up.
We're not giving up our sovereignty, right? So it's going to be interesting that if in fact they say, okay, see ya, don't want to be ya,
right.
Time will tell, right?
Oh, it's gonna, man. You know, and the forces, the world forces, are going to, you know, they absolutely don't want that to happen. You know, but I mean, I'm telling you, if I was in Europe, I wouldn't want to be hanging out with all those guys in Europe, man. Europe's screwed. They're like, they're gonna get it together. Seriously, man.
It's a tough system when you have a bunch of different countries tied together in one currency.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're just like states, except they're countries. I mean, you know what's interesting too is is really that's what it really is. I mean, they're states. You know, those countries are smaller than some of our states. You know what I mean?
Right. No, they are. But then you put it in perspective, though. They're not states and they're countries, and they have their own leaders. No, I know you're saying all this, right? But that's where it gets complicated, because it's like, guess what? They're not one country, so it's like you have all these presidents, leaders that are somehow supposed to come together. So
yeah, totally. You stay right there, folks. Darrell, Tommy, myself, we're coming right back. Dow Industrials are right now up 34, Nasdaq up 21, S&P's up 350. We're going to be right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Right now we have the Dow Industrials trading up 31. You get the Nasdaq up 19. S&Ps are up 3.5. As you come over to the website, folks, at TFNN, you'll see the Nadex banners. You can hit that banner. You can bring it up. And as you basically over the weekend, bring the exchange up. These accounts I'm sorry. Hey, Tommy,
Yes.
The account that's you don't trade off. What is it called?
The demo account.
Thank you. Oh my God. Okay.
You are on vacation, baby. Woo!
I am. I know, man.
Gotta love it. Perfect.
So,
Hey.
folks, you can pull up the demo account, and bottom line is that you can walk through all these different. You'll see inside of them binaries. You'll see spreads. You'll see the commodities. You'll see the
And we talk about, just to jump in, there might be action around that Janet Yellen announcement. So, the best time to learn is when there is action. So maybe people are off for today. Maybe they have a 4-day weekend. Pull it up, open a demo account, see how those markets move, see how the premium in those spreads and the binaries moves. That's when you're going to learn how these products move.
No,
when there's lower liquidity and something like that happens, it can have a big impact. So
Yeah.
it doesn't take near as many people to make it go crazy.
Exactly.
Yes.
No, it's a great time to do it, right at 1 o'clock. And hopefully she starts at 1:15. So if it is a question and answer deal, so that's even better that there's not a speech that's out there. So it's going to be answers to questions that can move markets. Let's go to Bill in Boca Raton. Hey, Bill, what's going on?
Hey, I had a question. I sent you an email, but you remember that Friday right before options expiration when the market on a Wednesday was going down really fast? And
I
you were
did.
saying, hey, the market's going to come back, and you were talking about some Wednesday Wally thing. And I'm wondering if you can kind of just go over the details on that, because that trade worked out actually awesome. I didn't have it on, but I had it on my watch list. And those Qs that were 105.5,
Right.
they were down to 61 cents, and by Friday they were $1.12.
Right. So what Bill's talking about, folks, I was bringing up the aspect that there's a guy named Dan Wallenchuk, great guy. In the 90s, the early 90s, he used to be on TFNN quite a bit. I think I used to have him on every Wednesday. And so he came up with this. Everyone started calling it Weird Wally Wednesday because he was one of the best market timers out there in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And what he figured out, what happened in the option market then, okay, you got to remember something, there was only monthly options then. And everyone used to roll not the week of options, the week prior to options on a Wednesday, right? So what would happen with large players in the marketplace is that you can move equities. Now, you don't supposed to move equities, folks. It's actually a concerned effort is actually illegal, okay?
Well, you're not allowed to manipulate markets.
Right.
Put it so
right.
Yeah.
Right. Bottom line, though, that's what it says, but guess what? You can move them. And the way that operators move them is that you'll move the option through the futures market and the equities market. And so inside the option market, what happens is this, is that in the 90s, and it's still happening right now, okay, this is what used to happen inside the Qs. So inside the Qs, you had the highest weighting structure then was Dell, was Microsoft, was Sun Micro, and was Intel. Okay, those 4 stocks, if you can move those 4 stocks, you can move the Qs. So operators would move those 4 stocks in order to get better prices in the option market. Okay, so now let me fast forward to what I thought was happening last week, which more than likely did happen, is that when we were diving down, when the market was diving down very quickly, the 2 days prior to option expiration, one of the best trades out there is that you drive the market down, you already have your option orders in for the Qs or the SPYs, the market goes down, you get executed, as Bill said, the execution there on the Qs was like 65 to 67 cents. Bang, you get the option on, and you got to remember something, that's 65 cents, and that gives you, $6 and $65 is going to give you 100 shares, so $6 and $65, $650 is going to give you 1,000 shares of a stock that's $109. Okay, then what do? Then you jam it the other way, and I hadn't seen that happen for a while, but that's what it looked like did happen, Bill. But that's how it works out.
How did you know, based on the sharp down movement, that?
Because I've been in front of screens for like 35 years, man. That's yeah, it is. That's what it is. It's it's movement on. It was the way that it was trading. That's kind of, and I know, and what happens, folks, is that sometimes it blows my mind, actually, that I've actually been in front of screens that long. Because I remember, it's like weird, man, But so that's what that is. And what was pretty cool is that I didn't know, and that's why I says we're going to see. And sure enough, that's what it was, because that was a quick trade, and that whoever they loaded it up on them too. So yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Okay, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one.
All right.
Imagine that, those trading desks. It's pretty wild. Those trading desks. What type of trades you can set up, right?
Yeah, well, the whole market's supply and demand, right?
Yes.
And when your demand is the market, that's a cool deal.
It
so
is.
That's another way to put it, right?
No, it is. It is.
Yeah, perfect way to put it.
Let's see. I think the last time I owned like 60 to 65% of the options on Harmony at one point in 2004. I did. And it was so cool, man, because what happened is that I jammed it the other side. I was jamming it all the way up. But what had happened is that it was really just the option market makers at that point weren't ready because gold had just started and everyone didn't think gold was going to go anywhere. And, what had happened is that what happened, folks, is that I really saw a price anomaly, meaning that there was no premium in the equity. There was no premium in the option. There was like 2 pennies in the option. Like, you got to be kidding me. And the main reason for that is that because gold stocks have been no good for so long. Do you know what I mean? It was like,
sure.
I got away with it. I got away with it a couple times. Once I really got away with it, though, because what I had done is I had piled on for about 6 weeks into different expirations, and then got out of them at the exact same time. And when you do that, what happens, folks, is that the order absolutely has to be in there, because if you jam an equity, you can only jam it for a second. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to stay there just because you want it to stay there. Yeah. So.
Yeah. No. Totally.
So this 1 o'clock to 1:15 deal is going to be interesting. So the question is, if you did something, Jay had a good idea. Jay was saying that if you got a pullback before that, then you could buy it. But if we're up here, it's like, you're really going to sell it? I don't know. I think I'm going to be on vacation by then.
I don't blame you.
You stay right there, folks. Darrell, Tom, and myself, we're coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow right now is up 33. Nasdaq's up 20. S&P's are up 350. We're going to be right back, folks.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
It's 2016, and TFNN has a brand new programming lineup to kick things off. Starting January 4th, Swim Lessons by Thinkorswim and TD Ameritrade will be airing 5 days a week at noon Eastern Time. Join hosts Scott Connor, Kevin Hinks, and Cindy Faber as they host their daily options program live at noon 5 days a week with no commercials for the entire hour. Nico DeHaan and Paige Clark will be moving their program, Living a Primal Lifestyle, to twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 7 a.m. until 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Wake up with Nico and Paige and start your day off right. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour by Nadex will now be live Mondays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Start and end the week with the three hosts, Tom O'Brien, Tommy O'Brien, and Darrell Martin, as they break down the world of trading binary options and spreads. For all the details on the new 2016 programming lineup, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. And don't forget, folks, of course, so we got our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, coming up next. Then Swim Lessons, Steve Rhodes, Dave White, myself, and all the programming, folks, at TFNN. Remember, you can get right on your cell phone. You go to TFNN.com. You just hit Tiger TV. You're going to get some great video, audio, and if you are on Facebook, like us on Facebook. And on YouTube, folks, you can subscribe to us on YouTube if you'd like to get these updates and the programs. I believe once you subscribe, you get a, well, when you sign back on, Tom, right? The link would be there.
You know, just like any user account, I think when
right.
you know, everyone, well, not everyone, but I have like a YouTube account. TFNN has a YouTube account. YouTube is Gmail, so basically if you have a Gmail account, you have a YouTube account. And so you subscribe to something, and then when next time you pull up YouTube, you're already logged in, and kind of your channels you subscribe to are quickly available to you for quick reference.
Right. It's a beautiful thing. Technology is pretty wild, isn't it, man?
Rocking and rolling, man.
Telling you. So, Darrell, where's the rodeos this weekend?
Bridgeport, Texas.
Bridgeport, Texas. So how far is that from your house?
It's not too bad. It's about an hour and 45 minutes.
Okay.
But it's sort of a very remote one. It does not have stalls or RVs, so the horses get tied to the trailers, and there's no power, so we use generators. So
that's like the Wild West, man.
And it's camping at its finest.
That's pretty cool. That's amazing, man. That the Wild West is still out there, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Wow. That really is, though. I've seen some of the pictures that now I get it. So what about? So it's really like a camping experience. So you're gonna bring water. You're gonna bring everything in, right?
I have a 4-horse trailer that has a living quarters built into it.
Okay.
So you sort of cheat.
Right.
And it makes life easy. So because we have a fridge and a couple beds. And, yeah. So it's not really hardcore camping. But
nothing like some good hardcore camping, man. That's the way to be.
I bring 2 5-gallon tanks of gasoline to fill up the generator, and good to go. So
that is fun, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like camping. We like camping. Haven't done it for a while, but
we like luxury camping too.
We do. I know.
Exactly.
I know.
Well, I mean, especially when you have a 3-year-old, stuff like that. It's like, and in Texas, I mean, right now it's not so bad, but because right now it's good just to have some sort of shelter over your head.
Oh,
but yeah, so it's been a crazy week out here. We had like tornadoes. I was up in Oklahoma at a friend's ranch, and it just got like obliterated while we were out there.
I saw that picture, man. Were you at that ranch?
Yeah, I was there while it was happening.
Oh my God, man! Folks, there's nothing left to the ranch. There's nothing left to the big. Yeah. What was that? That was a barn. That was huge, man. Whatever it was.
Yeah, it was multiple barns. That's their barn right there. That was their therapy barn.
Okay.
Here's their house. You can see like this. I mean, it picked up the house and moved it off the foundation, so it's gone.
Wow.
They were moving in like today and yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, they just got it all built up. And they're about to move everything over. I mean, the only good thing is the horses weren't there.
Yeah.
Like, there were horses out in the pastures, but not in the barns.
Okay.
And because they'd have been in the barns, I mean, it would have been really bad. And but yeah, man, it wiped it out. And we had like 120 seconds, and I mean,
that was a tornado, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, right.
Yeah, there's one of the pictures that's crazy. A wood plank went like right into the fender of the dump truck.
Man.
And like literally just drove right through it. Where's that?
Because
right
that's
down
not
here.
that. That's one of the worst parts. But that flying debris. There it is.
Yeah.
That's really where people can get really badly hurt. Right there on those.
Yeah, like bullets, man. Right.
Yeah.
A piece of wood is a bullet. Man.
Exactly. Yeah. Like right there it is. Here's this dump truck.
Yeah.
See that wood like in the fender?
That's crazy, man.
One of the planks. One guy got hurt. That was part of our ranch group out there, and he got like picked up 40 feet in the air and thrown down. He had to be taken to the hospital, but he's okay. But
well,
yeah, it's
listen,
crazy.
Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Have a safe weekend. Folks, you stay right there, man. Mr. Basil Chapman's coming up next. And, of course, have a great and safe weekend.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Have a great one, folks. Basil's coming right up.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.